Hi, and welcome to this Friday book review. Today we're going to talk about this book, The Ice Palace by Tarjei Vesaas. If you like these book reviews, please consider subscribing. That would make me happier, and that's a goal for this channel. So today we're going to talk about one of the big Norwegian classics by one of the big Norwegian authors, Tarjei Vesaas. This book was published in 1963, and in 1964 Tarjei Vesaas became the first Norwegian to win the Nordic Council Literature Prize. So why did I choose to read this book now? Well, this book has been standing on my shelf for about 5 years, and I recently read the book The Birds by same author, and I loved that book so much that I decided to read this one as well. I really love the feeling of cleaning the shelves, meaning that if I read the books in the shelf, I sort of feel that I'm up to date. And when people visit, you can say that you have read the books, not actually just bought them, which I tended to do earlier. So that's really, really nice. But of course, the most important thing is that I actually wanted to read this book. Let's get into the action. The book is about two young girls, Unn and Sis. They are both 11 years old and live in a small town here in Norway. Sis is sort of the leader of the pack at the school and is a very popular girl, but Unn has lost her parents and is new to the town and does not have a lot of friends and keeps to herself. But she has this kind of confident aura around her, so even though she keeps to herself, nobody thinks sorry of her, if that's the expression. And it's quite obvious that Sis is kind of curious about this girl. So one day, Sis approaches Unn and wants to meet her after school. And Unn says that this has to be at her place, together with her aunt. So they meet at Unn's place after school, and this is where the book takes off. They both go into Unn's room and they shut the door closed. This meeting in the bedroom is hard to describe, but it makes a huge impact on me as a reader. It also makes a huge impact on the main characters. After the meeting, Sis runs home. This is where the novel starts in many ways. The next day at school, Sis is quite eager to meet Unn again, but Unn never shows up. Unn has gone to the Ice Palace. And the Ice Palace in this book is a frozen waterfall. The rest of the book is the hunt for Unn and the emotions around the meeting and trying to find Unn again. I don't want to spoil more of the book for you, so you have to read the book yourself. The book is about 150-200 pages, depending on which version you have. And there's a lot of subtleness in the book. I thought it was made for grown-ups, and it sure is, but it's also a coming-of-age book that is really meant for young adults to read. The book really overflows with symbolism and about how it is to grow up and dealing with your feelings and what to do with the feelings when you don't really know what to make of them, and how to deal with being put in new situations and dealing with stress and so on. I've read a lot of recommendations for this book, and many people say that it's especially good for rereading this book if you have read it when you were younger and then rereading when you're a bit older, because you understand a lot more about the topics when you're older. In Norway, it's quite normal to read this book as a part of your education, and so many people have a very tense relationship with this book. But if you read it at an older age, I think you would understand a lot more of this book. It's a very short book, but a lot of the things that's written in the book takes time to digest and becomes better if you take that time. I've read quite a few books lately, but this is one of these books. When I finished reading it, I became more fond of it after I finished than I was when reading it. And I think this is one of the books that I am glad I didn't rush through, because there's so much meaning in the words that's being said. Of course, maybe it's easier for me as Norwegian to read the Norwegian and understand the meaning fully. So in short, it's a very beautiful book. You can really attach yourself to the feelings of the two girls and what they experience in their youth and in their meeting. It's very easy to recommend this book. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, but after thinking about it, it's still a 4-star book for me, but my feelings grow stronger for this book for each day that passes. So it's a powerful book that I think will stay with me for quite some time. I hope you enjoyed this brief book review. If you would like to see more of these book reviews, please subscribe to my channel and comment below if you have recommendations for what I could read next or what I could be doing, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.